Hey guys, this is just a quick part two of the first video I did. So I wanted to get up here and tell you about the first dream I had that really stuck with me throughout my life. And it finally makes sense now. So when I was around 10 years old, um, backstory. I'm from North Carolina. Um, my mom was a single mother, and I spent a lot of time with my grandma and my great grandfather growing up. I had a really close relationship with those two. My grandfather, he passed when I was 8. He passed from Lou Gehrig's disease. And so when I was 10, we had a hurricane. Um, Also, my family I'm from Raleigh, but a little town outside of Raleigh is called Wake Forest. And so that's where I'm really from. That's where I got my roots. And so the night of this hurricane, we was in my grandfather's house. And my grandfather's gone. So um, it was me, my mom, two of my aunts, and my cousins. Um, I, for some reason, had to sleep in Granddaddy's room, which I hated. I hated sleeping in his room after he was gone. The night of the hurricane, everybody, if you grew up in the 90s, if it stormed, if it rained or anything, all the lights go off, everybody go to bed, take a nap. So we ended up turning it in early that night during the hurricane, and I remember sleeping, and I had a dream. Also, me and my grandma growing up loved to fish. She would wake me up like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning to go get us some night crawlers and some crickets or whatever. And we would sit outside by a lake or something, a pond or whatever kind of body of water, and just fish all day. She loved to fish. I did too. I loved going. And so the night of the storm, I was asleep, and I remember there was a dock. I was sitting on this dock, and it was early morning, so it was still dark. So the moon was still bright, though. It was like a weird full moon. And I couldn't see my grandma, but I could feel her presence. I knew she was there with me, but I couldn't see her. And she started to tell me how much she loved me and everything is going to be all right, that she's okay, and to take care of my mama. And then that was it. I woke up the next morning. I had completely forgot about the dream until the phone rang. And so in the kitchen, there was a phone on the wall. For my young folk, it was a telephone with a cord attached to it, and it was on the wall. And my mom answered the phone, and she starts running down the hallway screaming. She dropped the phone and ran down the hallway. And so my aunt is like, "What's wrong with you?" And immediately my dream came to mind. And I was like, oh, grandma is gone. I didn't know what that means now. My grandma gone. And come to find out, that's exactly what happened. She died that night in the middle of the storm from asthma attack. She had asthma and chronic bronchitis. She didn't smoke. She didn't drink. She was just a heavyset woman. And yeah, come to find out she had gone. And my mom, I didn't even really cry. Not like I did with my granddaddy, because it was kind of a surprise when granddaddy had left. So I didn't cry at the funeral. I was just trying to be strong for my mother. And I was confused. I was trying to figure out, what does this mean as far as that dream. But I finally know now. But yeah, I told my mom about that dream. Probably about, I want to say about 6 years ago. And I kind of think she don't believe me. I think she thought I was making it up. But if she actually go back and think about that time and how I responded to everything, she will finally know that makes so much sense. So yeah, I just wanted to come up here and give y'all a little bit more insight about my dreams that I have. And I'm gonna cut this one short though, because I have to get ready for tomorrow and it's kind of late. But hopefully, I will be back. I will have some more equipment. I'm just starting out. I'm still trying to figure this thing out, and so I'm trying to get up the equipment and stuff. And yeah, but I will be back to talk to you guys and give you more insight on my life, on my dreams and stuff, and more about where I feel like God is, what I feel like God is leading me to do. And that is to get his people ready. Get y'all ready for what's to come. Because he's coming. Whether you believe it or not, you ain't got to believe it, but you gonna catch that work. So y'all have a blessed night, and I'll see y'all soon. Like, share, and please subscribe. If you haven't seen the first video, please go see the first video so this can make so much more sense. Have a good night.